Welcome to another edition of Whiskey, Games, and Nerd Stuff. Today's whiskey is Oilfire Whiskey with almost a full shot of whiskey. That is really, really good. Definitely is a good replacement for sugar, and a half shot to shot and coffee is all you're ever going to need. The Nerd Stuff is a book I've come across. I have discussed more recent of his books. This is one that I believe he wrote in early 2010s, maybe 2013 range. Came across this and thought I'd talk about it. It's called Square Peg, My Story and What It Means for Raising Innovators, Visionaries, and Out-of-the-Box Thinkers by Todd Ross with Katherine Ellison. One of the reasons this the book sparked my attention was, a lot of us growing up had a hard time. And especially if anyone who was, quote, different, and especially for kids who don't fit into a standard mode, a stereotype, they get treated differently, especially if they don't think and say the same things as the kids around them do. It could be hard. I know I struggled with it, a lot of that when I was growing up, and that's probably why I escaped to comic books, D&D, and other nerd stuff, and came to like what I like. And then, fortunately, I passed along the genes, or was probably more, their mom passed along the genes, and all my children are exceptionally brilliant and smart, and so proud of them. I watched them have their own struggles as they grew up as well, being different and thinking differently and liking different things, and obviously, like any parent, we all go back and think about all the things that we can do better. I just hope that they and other kids out there know that, if you are different and you think different and you look different and, you're kind of on that outside, you don't ever have to apologize for who you are and what you like. Be you, like what you like. And, it's always fun if you can find those that are like-minded. I know one of the things that I enjoyed growing up, and my kids ended up enjoying too, was going to the various Comic-Cons and those type of things. And it was kind of a place where, I remember the first time I went to one, I was thinking, these are my people. You could talk about things, you could be a nerd and be different and like different things, and nobody judged you for it. And that was definitely a breath of fresh air growing up. This particular book, it was something that I came across again, and I wanted to go ahead and read it. I'll go ahead and read the inside jacket real quick. Let's see if I can do this without stumbling over any words. In the 7th grade, Todd Rose was suspended not for the first time for throwing stink bombs at the blackboard, where his art teacher stood with his back to the class. At 18, he was a high school dropout, stocking shelves at a department store for $4.25 an hour. Today, Ross is a faculty member at the Harvard Graduate School of Education. Square Peg eliminates the struggles of millions of bright young children and their frustrated parents and teachers who are stuck in a one-size-fits-all school system that fails to approach students as individuals. Ross shares his own unlikely journey from troubled childhood to Harvard, seamlessly integrating cutting-edge research in neuroscience and psychology, along with advances in the field of education to ultimately provide a roadmap for parents and teachers of kids who are the casualties of America's antiquated school system. With a distinguished blend of humor, humility, and practical advice for nurturing children who are a poor fit in conventional schools, Square Peg is a game-changing manifesto that provides groundbreaking insight into how we can get the most of all the students in our classrooms and how embracing variability could turn today's dropouts into tomorrow's innovators. And then I'll just kind of briefly show the table of contents real quick of what they're going to talk about. The one that I'm interested in getting into is the ostracized. I know that like I said, everybody had had their own struggles growing up, especially if you're different or people think you're different. And, I would like to say that that's gotten better throughout the years, but I think every new generation faces their own struggles at different levels with what's considered different and not different. And, again, all I can say is don't apologize for who you are. Don't apologize for liking what you like. And if people are going to make you feel bad because you like a certain thing or talk a certain way or have a certain belief, well, then you just don't need them in your life. You know, ignore them and move on. I know it's hard. You know, I know that it can be a struggle, but it's advice that somebody gave me, and I always thought it was good advice. You know, it kind of reminds me of a quote, and I think I might have even, we had some technical difficulties there. The quote that I was talking about was, "Be kind, for everyone you meet is fighting a hard battle," which I thought was good words. And I believe it was Plato that said that. Anyway, I just wanted to go ahead and talk about this briefly real quick. Appreciate everybody taking the time to listen to this and watch this. As always, please like, subscribe, comment, and all that fun stuff. And until next time, cheers.